Hello, are we on? I think we're on. Are we on? My computer is sounding like a lawnmower. The fan is running so loud right now. So I think we're on. Tell me if this is the mic. Do you hear this? Do you hear scratchy, scratchy? Let me know. I don't think this is the mic. Did you hear the tapping of the microphone? We got to know which mic isn't working because Windows does this crap where you set it up. We're going through YouTube for this live stream, by the way. It's not through StreamYard, so I could give you the full 1080p of the camera glory. Josh is here. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for hitting up the ad first. Don't forget to click on the ad. Helps tons. Helps tons. Click on that ad. I'll wait while you check out the ad. No problem. Don't forget to hit the like button. I should introduce myself before I get going. Oh, technical. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Anyways, my name is Bill. Welcome to the Start to Continue YouTube channel. This is a channel that's been, it sounds like this mic, because, okay. Creep says the mic is good. Yes, so this is Start to Continue YouTube channel. This channel's been around for a long time. I'll give you a little background before we get started in case this is your first time here. This channel was originally created to prop up the STCPod podcast, which started sometime, I think, before the YouTube channel. It was, thought if you can grab eyeballs wherever you can, direct them to the podcast, everything will work out good. And I don't know, the podcast grew, YouTube grew, this and that. Meanwhile, jump to the future here, and the YouTube channel has done a pretty good business so far. And STCPod is intermittent at this time. Hey, Kyle, good to see you. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm working on that podcast. Maybe this is a podcast now. Maybe this is what it will have to evolve to. I don't know. I'm not saying the podcast isn't here, but I do refuse to chase my partner, Joe. And, I already I gotta create the podcast. I gotta, set up the recording time. We do it. Then I have to process it, publish it across multiple. I do all that. So I don't want to have to chase him as well. I know he's the big star. Of course. I know that. However, I did throw out a line today and I sent him a text, but I haven't heard back from him. So here we are, just me talking to you with a nice live chat channel update. I'm going to show you some new stuff I got. That'll be exciting. And, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's good to see people in the chat. I very much appreciate it. That's what makes these live chats happen, is people in the chat, because I don't got no scripts. I'm just scatting and bebopping here. So let me take a little drinky. Just water today. Kyle brings up a good point. Maybe me and M, that's Joe's old podcast partner on his secondary podcast, should join up and do a podcast. And that is, I have a good time chatting with them whenever we chat. So that's a good idea. Could do that. Mark's in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Have you got any more Bob Dylan items recently? I don't know when the last time you were here. I'm going to show some stuff that I've picked up. It may relate to Bob. Could be mentioned somewhere in Bob. We'll have to get to it. I don't know if you guys caught the last record show, the last vinyl show that was on this channel. You guys got to check that out whenever they pop up, because I know you might look at it and say, oh, this is a show about records or something. I'm not going to be interested about music and records, if you don't feel like that's your thing. But the vinyl show it's just been going on tangents that are just nothing but entertainment. Thanks to the pals I got joining me on that show. It's such a good time. It's more like a entertainment podcast than it is a vinyl show nowadays. But we do, like last episode, this guy didn't show any vinyl. I did show, I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I picked this up, Criterion edition of the Rolling Thunder Review. That was on sale at a Canadian online Blu-ray retailer called Unobstructed View. Yeah, they're a pretty good company if you want to add them or get on their mailing list, because 2-3 times a year they'll put Criterion titles on sale, which in Canada is hard to get decent prices on Criterion. I guess in the States, Criterion themselves put their stuff on sale quite a bit. Here in Canada, go walk into a store and see how much Criterion costs. $50 to start. So this was on sale, 40% off. So I finally made the plunge. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, I would definitely recommend the Martin Scorsese quasi-documentary. Well, they call it here a Bob Dylan story. You don't have to be a Bob Dylan nut. You don't have to, like his music. It's a good, fun story about just seeing how concerts, how the donuts are made in live event stuff in the 70s. This is good stuff. It's very interesting. Kyle says you still need the Blu-ray spin-off show. As we progress down the vinyl show has been going on. We're coming up to a year so far. And that was just me going through my vinyl collection. So guess what? The collection runs out at some point. It does. I don't know if the show will officially change its title or not, because as long as Matt Bandy's there, we're never going to run out of vinyl. He has vinyl, thousands upon thousands of pieces of vinyl. It may just turn into the collection, where vinyl adjacent is the whole show. In fact, that could be the title of the show, the vinyl adjacent. So it could have vinyl, could have the adjacent stuff. Josh is saying that he is more of a Scorsese fan than a Dylan fan. Then check this out. It's on Netflix. It is really good. Scorsese knows music. He knows how to make concert films, and he knows how to make regular films. So no reason why not to check that out. And the other thing I picked up in that sale was probably my favorite coming of age movie. I love these movies where it's coming of age. It happens all in one night, and it doesn't get any better than Dazed and Confused. And another Criterion edition. So this thing is loaded with stuff, all kinds of extra stuff in there. That's right. Danielle's in here. She said Scorsese did do the No Direction Home American Masters series that appeared on PBS and later got a DVD release. Still waiting on a proper Blu-ray release of that. Currently, I think the only way you can get it is in old 4:3 aspect ratio. I don't know why we don't have a letterbox version of that. And of course, Scorsese was there for The Last Waltz with the band. The guy knows his stuff. How many times I got to tell you, Josh, creep, to watch that movie? Mark's asking if I've seen Dylan live many times. The only time he's got to see him was in Ireland in 2019. Doesn't Bob have a castle in Ireland nowadays that he doesn't ever visit? Here, Josh, what movie am I talking about? How many times I got to show you? Rolling Thunder Review, a Bob Dylan story by Martin Scorsese. It comes off like a documentary. I'm not saying it's a documentary, though. It's a story. But it's all shot. It's all real, fly on the wall shot film from the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Danielle says it's Scotland that he might have the castle. Anyways, I bet that was amazing to see him in 2019. Yeah, that was it, right? 2020, he was off. 2021, I don't think we'll see him. Personally, I think he's done. Bob's never taken this much time off of a tour, in years. And now he's done it. He's taken this much time off. I bet you he's like, this is kind of good too. Kind of hang out, do my hobbies, weld some gates together. Hey, he's got books to finish. Chronicles volume 2, 3, however many he's going to do. I bet the radio show is going to come back because I think he has fun doing that. And he's 80 years old. I think he's done for the live tour. Sorry. I know that's not the popular opinion, but I think he is. And for Mark's second question, I've seen him since, hey, James, we'll get to the humidifiers in a second. I first saw Bob, I think it was 95 or something. I'm not good with years. I saw him in Toronto at the concert hall. Amy Mann opened for him, introduced by Dave Foley. General admission. I remember that concert hall, which is formerly the Masonic Temple, formerly the Rock Pile, very storied venue. So that was a very cool first Bob Dylan concert for sure. And then since then, I've seen him every time, except for maybe 2 times he's played in Toronto. And I've hit him up every time he's played places around where I live, which is just north of Toronto. So he's played in Aurelia, he's played in Barrie, he's played in Toronto, of course. So any of those I've hit. So I don't know how many times, probably under 20, probably over 15, something like that. So what James is referring to, the last live stream, which co-starred the little kid. I put her to bed tonight, so no little kid's gonna be breaking into the feed here. She's probably upstairs listening. Go to bed. Close your eyes. We did a live feed where we were unboxing Amazon blind boxes. So these were where my bigger kid works is like a liquidation place, and they get in these Amazon blind bags where Amazon seals up supposedly good stuff, but you can't tell what it is. It's a gamble. For $10 you buy these bags. And anyways, look it up on TikTok. All the kids are doing it nowadays. And so I got 3 of them, spent $30, and they were these stupid cup size humidifiers. They light up. They're cool, I guess. This water vapor pours. It's just a cup size. I don't know. The kids like them. They're good for your plants. I guess if you're a stuffy person with the sinuses, I suppose if you took one to work, plopped it on your desk, it'd probably do pretty good things for you. Anyways, I ended up getting 2 of those, and I got really, really, really crappy picture frames in the third one. So it was $30 thrown in the garbage. Now, as you can see from the start to continue bunker here, I do a lot of eBay stuff. This is all my eBay inventory waiting to get out the door. And so I thought anything in those blind bags, I can just throw on the old eBay store and make my money back. But there's no way you're selling that stuff. So check out that video. It was the last live stream. I forget what it was called. Amazon pickups or something like that. Check that out. Wow. Denise's Nisi K is in the chat. My God, I was getting worried about Denise. Haven't seen her in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're back. Hey, you guys, I appreciate all you guys coming in here and making this a lively show. What would it be without you guys in the chat? Just me. I don't know what. So thanks a lot for showing up. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're watching this, because the like button for these live things, the the algorithm gets really horny when the likes are hit and bells and whistles start going off and something. I don't know. It's helpful. And don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, Denise has missed some stuff. If you've missed the channel in the last week or so, I put up a surprise bit of concert audio, a non-Bob Dylan one, but related. I put up an Arlo Guthrie show from, what was it, 95? It's, if you guys don't know who Arlo Guthrie is, Woody Guthrie's son, folk singer. He's been around forever. He made a splash at Woodstock, of course. He's an amazing storyteller, very charismatic on stage. If you get a chance to see him, go ahead. You got to see him. If you get a chance to listen to any of his live shows, go ahead and definitely do that. Because even if you don't, I don't know about folk music, whatever, he will tell you a story guaranteed that will have you laughing, and laughing. He's just a great storyteller. He's the type that will play his guitar while he'll sit and tell you a story. And the story will have, it'll just be great. Alice's Restaurant, of course, is Arlo Guthrie. That's good. Denise watched it. Check that out, Arlo Guthrie. It's not getting, the amount of heat that a Bob Dylan show would have, but I felt like putting it out, and it sounds great. It was another soundboard. It's a short show. I think it's barely an hour, and he does his hits. He's with his son on his son's band is backing him up, Abe, and he does Coming into Los Angeles, which you might remember from Woodstock. And I don't know who was playing the electric guitar on there, but the guitar solo is crazy, mind-blowing guitar solo on that. So check out that Arlo concert video. Oh, boy. The one strange thing about the Arlo concert, he doesn't really address the crowd for the first half of the show, which is kind of weird for Arlo. But anyways, I digress. I was talking when I started this show about what the channel is. I got off track. Start to continue. Prop up for the STCPod podcast, which will return at some point. We need to put the screws to Joe to get him back on board. So send him a DM on Twitter or Instagram at AC Decepticon. Tell Joe, when's the next STC pod? What is really going on? Game Time with Kyle has a question. Do you have potential uploads from bands like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, etc.? I do not have Guns N' Roses. I will tell you that. I do have AC/DC bootlegs, but I think they are a little bit stricter on what you can upload on YouTube. I think I haven't tried it yet. Like some artists, you can just put their stuff up and the algorithm will catch it. They'll go, this is this is Bob Dylan you're putting up. We'll let you put it up, but we're going to take any ad revenue and give it to the artist. And which is fine, right? They own the license to the song. So that's fine. And it only makes sense for them because it's going up. They're getting money for doing nothing. We're not really stealing from them. We're not putting up official audio that they could potentially make sales from. So we're just giving them another way to generate funds. So a lot of artists just let that happen. You can put it up. We'll take the funds. Hey, Charlie's here. Thanks for the 93 Arlo show. Thanks for checking it out. I'm glad you liked it. We were just talking about Arlo. But other artists are like complete, nope, you do not put this up. It is blocked. You cannot, for instance, actually the Neil Young I put up a Neil Young show. Was it a couple weeks ago? Anyways, doesn't matter. And it was allowed to go up, except it got blocked in certain countries. That's weird. What countries are blocking Neil Young? So I looked it up in the copyright business and saw what the situation was. And Neil Young is blocked in North Korea and China and somewhere else, some Baltic state. I'm like, well, I'm sure they'll live without it. and they let the show go on anyway. So that was good. But I remember, for speaking of Arlo Guthrie, for New Year's, I had prepped a Woody Guthrie radio program to go online New Year's Day as welcome, Happy New Year. Here's something you're never going to hear before, and it's going to be funny and it's going to be amazing. Here's some Woody Guthrie. For those of you who don't know, Woody Guthrie, famous folk singer, him and Pete Seeger, This Land Is Your Land, all that business. A real riding the rails folk singer. And he did a radio show at one point talking about venereal diseases. I know, it's true. He did a radio play, played some songs about venereal diseases, and explained. Then he would do little plays with another actor talking about, hey, you watch out for that girl down there by the docks, because you never know. Oh, what are you talking about? Well, some of these girls will give you more than just a hello. I don't know. It was funny. It was about a 20-minute radio show from 1955 or something like that, completely blocked, which I was not happy about, because I first uploaded it. Part of my workflow is I'll upload the audio. I have to have you have to have your artwork ready to go, the inside artwork, the artwork that'll show when the music plays, because that gets encoded into the audio, and then you upload all that. So you get your audio ready, and then you start working on the graphics package inside, which, I do take a little bit of time and work to give some really nice graphic packages to my audio, even though it's just a single frame. I don't do any motion stuff. That'd be too much work. So I worked very hard and got a nice image for the inside, and then I got the audio. I did all the research on it, did all your timestamps, little research behind the radio show, where it came from, the years, who starred in it, produced, all that. And I uploaded it, and then you wait to see, do I continue working on it? Because that's right away, YouTube will tell you, no, it's blocked. Don't worry about it. And so I uploaded, and YouTube said, fine, no problem. So I continued to work on the cover page for it, the thumbnail. And the thumbnail took a while to find Woody Guthrie images and to, paste it in properly. What's the fonts look like? How's everything looking? And, that was a long time working on that. I got it. It looked perfect. Mwah! This thumbnail is going to kill. Uploaded the thumbnail. I get ready to set the schedule release, and got blocked. 100% blocked. 100% blocked. Every single track in it was blocked. I'm like, this is Woody Guthrie, like the king of non-commercial music. It's like Woody Guthrie music was free music before anything. But it was so weird. I think maybe that radio show got released officially on some Woody Guthrie anthology business, like a massive 12-disc anthology business. Like Woody Guthrie's, all of his music was made free through the folk archive business. Folkways? No. What am I thinking of? Guys, help me out. Anyways. Library of Congress. All of Woody's music is free through the Library of Congress, so I didn't think there would be any blockage. But somewhere along the way, some label put out a compilation of Woody's stuff, or an anthology, and that was on there. So it got totally blocked. Library of Congress, right? Thanks, Danielle. So, long story short, some artists, you're just not going to be able to upload. And I do have some AC/DC kicking around. I think they're sticklers on it, but I don't think I have anything rare from them. It's like I have a lot of Grateful Dead, but there's so much Grateful Dead already out there. A lot of the Grateful Dead is free on the Internet Archive, and a lot of great YouTube channels doing Grateful Dead stuff. Like I've told you about Wall of Sound before. That's their YouTube name, wall of sound. They like me, have really nice graphic thumbnails and artistic stuff. And this guy, I think, owns his own recording studio or something. And he remasters all of his soundboards. They're all soundboards. And he remasters them again into like sonic fidelity that just melts your face. You put your headphones on and you got Jerry over here. You got Phil somewhere around here, and the drums are back here. You got Bob in this one, and then the vocals. Like, it's just, that guy does really good work, wall of sound. So I don't, there's already good Grateful Dead guys out there. But I did have an idea of something I'm going to try and put out maybe this week or next week. It's I don't know if it'll be allowed or not. I don't want to say anything more about it. It'll be a Bob Dylan thing, but it's not going to be a concert. It's going to be more of an archival kind of documentary kind of thing. Not that I did it. I'm just going to upload it. I bet you it won't make it. I bet you it'll get blocked, but I'll try it. It'll have multiple parts. You guys probably heard it before. Maybe the hardcore fans have. And if not, we'll just go back and find more concerts. But yeah, there's lots of music I can put up there. I even have like bootleg audio from comedians I could throw up too. So anyways, there's lots of time. We'll just keep chipping away and give you more content. So that's what we're trying to do. Keep you on the channel, keep you happy. Don't forget to hit the like button. I can see you guys. I can see the likes. Come on, hit the buttons. You want to see the bells and whistles go off, don't you? There's lots of time. Hey, Derek's in here. It's good to see you, Derek. That Derek is Digi13. I have a trip to Derek's town in my mind at some point. We're going to be doing that soon. Derek and Josh live in the Tri-City, the K-Dubs, Kitchener-Waterloo. And once our numbers calm down a little bit more, I have stuff to pick up from Derek. I have stuff to pick up from Josh. And Kitchener-Waterloo is a vinyl mecca. There is so many vinyl stores there, and they haven't been picked over. Not like here. Like we have in my town north of Toronto, one record store, and it's all expensive. It's all picked over. Kyle is asking if I would remove an article of clothing for every like. Well, that'll get you somewhere. I only got it. What? I just take my shirt off and it's game over. Who says I got anything on below the shirt? Denise asks if they still make Hires root beer. Good question. That's good. Don't forget, we're getting to pickups here soon. I picked up some fun stuff. I'm just having fun chatting with you. I like this. This is good times. I love a good root beer. Man, there's so many good craft root beers out there. I had amazing root beer from my buddy Rocket Sauce, who picks some up in Milwaukee. Is this German? I forget the name of it, but he got me a case of 24 last time I was visiting him down there. And I spaced out that case of 24 for a full year. Just sparingly drinking it. It was so creamy, so wonderful. James saying that he needs to have Joe grab a few things that he set aside for me, and he thinks Joe is going to go make a special trip and get it. That's funny. Don't forget, you want more STCPod, you need my partner Joe. Send him a DM on the Twitters or the Instagrams, AC Decepticon. Tell him, where's the STC pods? What's going on? So, as I was saying, right now, I am trying not to have any additional sugar in my life. I've cut that out ages ago because I've gotten to the certain age where you can just gain weight just by looking at things. So I don't like exercise. So I try to limit my caloric intake. And one of the easiest things you can do is just drop added sugar. That doesn't mean I don't buy cans of spaghetti sauce from the store that has sugar in it. It just means no additional sugar, no sodies, no cookies, no cakes, ice creams, all that stuff. Sugar cereals. I'll still have orange juice, but I won't have a sugar cereal. So anyways, what I'm getting to is we are in this heyday of craft sodas nowadays. I don't know if you've checked the soda aisle nowadays. You Americans, you're saying, what are you talking about? Us Canadians, we haven't had good soda here since I was a kid with Pop Shop. Now all that's back. It is. I look at that aisle. We got full bottles, glass bottles of Coke now. And you Americans are saying, wait, we've always had that. No, they took away our glass bottles of Coke. Now they're back with all kinds of flavors, cherry Coke, vanilla Coke, raspberry, huckleberry. I don't know. Everything's there, and I'm so frustrated because I'm not drinking it. Okay, Charlie has a real question about the content. Is the thing with posting a live show is that it can't be an official release? 100%. Most likely will always be the case. For instance, as you know, the Bob Dylan 1970 just came out. Well, probably about a year ago, I put out bootleg cuts from that recording session with George Harrison. And I forget which one I did. I'm blanking on it. But I released something from that session, from that bootleg album. It was like called Bob Dylan, George Harrison, something or another. Anyways, whatever the bootleg was, I put up a single track from that. And the day Columbia officially announced the Bob Dylan 1970 album, they yanked my one track. It was like instantly. It was so it's so weird. I'm like reading the news going, oh, this is coming out. And then ding. Oh, so much for that. So yes, if it's official, it's definitely going to get dinged. And it is fascinating how fast YouTube catches this stuff. The second you upload, your email will start filling up with, this is copyrighted, but we're going to send the revenue to this person. This is going to Sony. It often goes to some Latin company. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a Spanish version of Columbia Records. I don't know if they just have to pick up the melody, and that it's really good. It can really catch it all. Oh, Derek teasing me. I tried the watermelon Mountain Dew. It's pretty good. You know, I've never been a big all those weird Mountain Dew flavors. That's not my jam. Craft soda. If I'm going to have something, it's going to be craft. Small price to pay for good health care. Yeah, no sodas. Yeah. Is he just having some mirror time? What did I miss? James, what are you talking about? Is Joe grumpy again? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. We're still having good times at work. It's just we're not booking STCPod, and I'm not chasing him to do it. I can only do so much. I'm not a booking agent as well. But Joe will be back, I'm sure. He's busy tonight putting Sharpie on his all over this. Small price. I just finished Derek eating sugar cereal at night. That, guess what? You just gained 5 pounds instantly. I know how old you're getting, sir. You're getting up there. Christmas Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, you got to pour that bowl and pour the milk, and you got to let it sit for 20 minutes, or you're going to have stitches in the top part of your mouth. That's just how that works. So, see, you're in trouble 2 ways. You're now up 5 more pounds, and your mouth is bloody. Denise doesn't have her 1970 yet. I haven't ordered it yet. I haven't purchased it yet. I will, as you know, it is on my save. Denise, you might have missed out. I did finally pull the trigger on that. Denise shamed me into buying this. Nisi said, well, I got mine right away. I thought you were a Bob fan. I finally got mine on sale. Derek had a really good Ontario root beer. You know what? You know, a good local, I don't know if it's local, but I think Jack Astor's, the restaurant chain here, they have their own root beer, and it was pretty good. Charlie's saying a lot of folks post dead shows. Perhaps you could throw out some Rat Dog or fill-in friends. Interesting take. I bet you. See, I always got the bootlegs of the shows I went to, and at one point, Bob and Phil shared the bill together. So I wonder if I have that Phil show. I'll have to check that out. Nisi pre-ordered the album and still didn't get it yet. See? Susie Fairfield is here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on by. Don't forget to hit the like button. Okay. Kyle wants to get into the sci-fi. Have I seen Falcon and Winter Soldier? I did see it yesterday. I did. I saw it yesterday. I finished off Justice League. That took two sittings. And then I watched the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was fine. Big action pieces, to start it off. They're not giving us what we want right away. We want to see the continuation of the Captain America story. We're going to have to wait for that, just like WandaVision. You're going to have to wait. So, okay, I'm going to wait. My biggest problem with that show has always been through the Avengers stuff is Falcon, because I don't get how anyone could operate that system of wings. I need a little bit of realism in my science fiction, and I just don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second. These wings that who's controlling them? Not doing it with his arms, not holding anything. It's a mind control business. And he goes supersonic, and he's only wearing goggles. Wouldn't your neck break and your head go flying off if you turned your head at supersonic? How's he breathing? He's not wearing oxygen. Anyways, I'm going to calm down on the Falcon. I'm going to calm down because that gets me angry. Derek says he'll jump in on an STC. Good idea. I'm open to that. By the way, before I forget, I have put I've been bugging this guy. I've told you about this YouTube channel before called Ghost Town Living. A guy named Brent who bought an abandoned silver mine town called Cerro Gordo. And for the past year, he's been putting out weekly videos of him exploring his mines, refurbishing the cabins, finding artifacts. Every week, each episode is better and better, and his photography is out of this world. Simply out of this world. He's got drone photography that he's up in the mountains. He's got the drone up there. You can see the valley where the town is, the mountain range in behind, all of the clouds and the vistas beyond that. It's stunning. Like, I've literally stopped his video, paused it just to look at the frame. He is that good at framing his photography. And I've been loving his stuff. So has the rest of the internet, because he's just blowing up. He's close to 1 million subscribers. I think he's 800,000 subscribers within a year. And he did a lot. He does a premiere for each of his new videos every Sunday. And I was there for the live video on this last Sunday, and he was like lining people up 2 hours before the show. And he's in there in the chat, answering questions, talking to people. By the time the video started, he had 10,000 people watching. This is just a guy exploring a ghost town. And he's very charismatic, compelling. He will also share with you his philosophy of how he's traded in stressful, city life for this living alone in a ghost town with no running water. And he's just been a year living there on his own. So I've been bugging him on each of his videos and each of his live streams to come on STCPod for an interview. I don't know if you guys have ever heard any of my long form interviews before, but I just, God damn it. I got so many questions for that guy. And I've asked him so many questions on the streams. What kind of drone do you use? Do you use lens filters? How many drones have you gone through? How many, what camera are you using? What lenses are on those? Not to mention the town, these mines. How do you insure yourself? Like, his videos are outstanding, and they could never be on television. You can say, well, why doesn't the History Channel pick him up as a show? Because no one would insure him. He's doing stuff in those mines. Like, these mines are insane. They go 1,000 down, and they have old ladders there that are 100 years old, and he's climbing on them. Let's see what's down here. Now, of course, he has safety ropes and all that, but that would never be kosher on network or broadcast or specialty television. That is called Ghost Town Living. Check that out on YouTube. His name's Brent. And send him a note and say, you got to go on Start to Continue. His podcast has 2 viewers, but you got to go on there. I told him, I said, my viewership might be small, but they are loyal and devoted, and we'll love to hear your chat. But definitely check him out. Ghost Town Living. Oh, Denise is leaving us. I gotta go. A lot to prepare. Post for super premieres this weekend. Take care, everyone, and stay happy. Catch you later. Thanks, Denise, for popping on by. I'm very glad to see you again. Go ahead. Give him a shout out. Give him a plug in the chat. Who you're talking about? Are you talking about Mr. Tambourine Man? Because I saw he's got something big coming up. I don't know if that's it or not. There's a lot of Bob channels. It's hard to keep track, but he's pretty prolific uploader. So I'm guessing it's him, and he's a worthy follow if you guys want someone else to follow. Right, Mr. Tambourine. Okay, there you go. Check him out for some more Bob Dylan live music. He's got some special going on where he's taken the audio from the latest album and he's putting some video to it or something. I don't know, something like that. And he gets away with putting up the real music. So I don't know how that works, because we were just talking how if it's officially released, how do you upload it? I don't know. Sony must be letting that one go. And by the way, someone, you guys did ask me earlier if I've listened to Rough and Rowdy Ways. Yes, of course. And I love it, of course. And I've recommended it to people on the vinyl show when I showed it there. You got to check out Rough and Rowdy Ways. Denise, you shouldn't leave, because I got stuff to show soon. I'm going to be showing my pickups from this week. On this channel, I used to do a weekly pickups treasure finds, where I'd show you the stuff I found on the thrifting trail or on the yard sale trail, vintagey, retro, cool, fun stuff. Maybe some stuff that'll appear on the eBay store, or most likely will end up crammed into my collection, or both. It's probably both. It's in my collection, but it should be on the eBay store. So we can show a little bit of that. If you guys are done with the questions, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Share it on social media. Well, Conesy's got my daughter's St. Patrick's ears there. I don't know how that ended up down here. Denise will be at Mr. Tambourine's Man premiere for the whole day. I don't know. Good. Oh, the last Mr. Tambourine Man premiere I went to, I was saying hi and everything. I was ignored. So, yeah, I got butthurt by that. They ignored me. That's right. Okay, so getting back to the pickups, why we're doing this, why do the weekly treasure finds? It is a way for me to officially archive what I find. So as you guys know, who have followed me for a little bit, terrible memory. And what's happened is if you record what you have on YouTube, you don't have to put it in a spreadsheet because you're showing it here. And then you can go back and take a look at what you found. Like, didn't I pick that up one time? You go back through your videos and you can find the info. This is like archiving for my brain, spreadsheeting live without having the spreadsheet, which I did spreadsheet for a while and hated it, but it's very good to do. You know, if you guys check out the vinyl show, which is happening on Friday, I haven't put up the link to it yet, but we're doing another live vinyl live chat on Friday. The whole regular group of nuts will be there, so definitely check that out. And I will show this thing I found. Never have I found a record at a Salvation Army worth picking up. However, I found one this time. Soundtrack to Amadeus. Susie saying, is yelling out a stream here, is kind of hearts, lightning, hearts, skulls, and that's Grateful Dead. And yes, I've heard of that channel. I've definitely heard of that channel. Miss LeBobob told me to go there. James got it right. Spreadsheets are for squares. I haven't seen this movie in forever, but you know you're not going to go wrong with the music on here. This music has got the goods. And shockingly, the vinyl's in really good shape. So can't go wrong with that. They're both there. Like I said, never found good stuff at Salvation Army. It's always terrible. Although if you follow my Instagram at STCPod, I did put up some vinyl pictures, not stuff I bought, just funny stuff like Anne Murray in like hot pants, not hot pants, hot shorts. Like she's showing thighs. She's like going for it. That was kind of funny. Check out that Instagram. Derek is saying that he was close to buying a Steve Martin vinyl. Yeah. I mean, that's a good one. I don't know which one, but I presume it's the one we all see with the arrow. You open that up, gatefold, you get a full picture of Steve Martin. So that's great just for the cover itself. Where the heck is Miss LeBobob? Anyways, geez, she's missing. She never misses my streams normally. Okay, so from the thumbnail, you guys saw this thing. I showed it's called the JBL Spyro. This is the subwoofer portion. It's like desktop speaker for computer or whatever. And so this is the subwoofer, and it comes with these satellite speakers left and right with touch controls. And when I first got this is from the thrift store. I got it for like $7. These things, they can go for close to $90 because it is so cool looking. It is awesome. Didn't come with the power supply. So I've been probably a year waiting to find a power supply. It is so frustrating. The power supply this sucker needs is so if anyone has this, let me put on a light here for a second. 18 volt. 18 volts, a little hard to find. Normally, if it's that much of a voltage, it'll be a brick instead of a regular AC adapter. However, I found this AC adapter. And see, if I was smart, I would take a picture of this right now so I'd remember the exact tech specs. But I saw this adapter and I went, I kind of think this is what I need right here. I found this adapter. It's just the plug-in AC adapter, but as you can see, it is 18 volt. So I'm like, that's a powerful mother right there. I bet you this is good for the speaker. You know, Denise, a brick is, you know, your laptop or whatever. It'll have like you plug in one end and it goes to a brick, and then that brick plugs in, has a cord which you plug into the wall. That's like a brick. And whereas these are the brick is what you plug into the wall with this one. So I picked this up thinking I'll finally power this, and it is the right voltage. Everything matches up except for this doesn't quite fit, so I couldn't get it to work. I again go without knowing if my JBL Spyro works or what it sounds like. And I've always wondered, does this light up? Does it go like boom, 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 you know, with what you're listening to? And as I was crying over it tonight, I went, there's a notch here. What is that notch for? I don't know if I can. Look at this. This comes off. Yeah, I'm like Kraftwerk right now. Okay. And look at, if you didn't like the white, you can get this. You can make it black. And these are just felt pads on here, so this doesn't vibrate. So you can go white or black on here. You know, Denise does say you could splice wire. I guess you could totally do that. I'm chicken with screwing around with AC. I really am. I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. So they sell adapters for the plugs. I don't want to spend any more money, guys. More money. I could just buy the replacement brick, but that would be $12 plus shipping. And then heartbreak. And while I was there, I was also digging around. I have a couple I have Xbox 360 steering wheels that have force feedback, meaning like when you turn a corner, it's fighting you back, and they take a lot of power. And those are worth a little bit of bucks if you have the right AC adapters for it. And I have a spare set that is missing its AC adapter, and it's a little pricey to get the AC adapter because it's another weirdo one, because it takes a lot of power to hold that wheel. And so I found these adapters, which again, my memory, I thought these were the ones. I don't even know why I thought this was, because this is Sony, and the wheel I'm talking about is Microsoft. So if that doesn't make, these are 9 volts. In my head, I'm like, 9 volt is totally it. 9 volt is the way to go. It wasn't. I need 24 volt to power those suckers. And so, yeah, I bought one I didn't need. I think I saw Sony, and my heart started fluttering because I saw Sony. And then I bought another one because I have issues. Derek says he has the original Microsoft one if you need the numbers off it. No, I know it. Believe me, it's 24 volt. I know it. And you can look that stuff up. I thank you. Appreciate it. You can send me that one if you want. Creep says, how much do you spend on a Criterion collection but won't spend $12 get an awesome sound system working? That's not the point. I got the sound system because it was only $7. That's the point. And we don't even know if it works. Actually, I noticed this today. I don't know if I did this or what. In storage, the where it mounts on is broken off. Now that doesn't matter because the wire is still good, but it should be like this. So not putting any more money into it. I will come across that adapter one day. It'll happen. So where'd I get this stuff from? I was at Value Village in Newmarket. I had to take my vehicle down there to get its maintenance done, get tires switched over. I am on summer tires right now, and life doesn't get any better than that. Let me tell you, summer tires. So I was at their Value Village in Newmarket, which every time I'm there, I kind of find stuff, even though they're loaded with resellers in there. Loaded with resellers. The sharks are aplenty there, and you could see them. They're all teamed up in this one. They're in teams of 2 and 3, and then these teams of 2 and 3 even meet up to discuss things together in the same aisle. It's like, come on. Anyway, Denise, I thought you lived out in Alberta. Who are you talking about, Denise? Not me. I've told you. I'll tell you, I'm in Barrie, just north of Toronto. I found the R. Crumb Handbook. You guys remember the R. Crumb Underground Comics? We got a nice little handbook here. It originally came with a CD. I couldn't find the CD in here, but it is just loaded with stuff. Robert Crumb. I don't know if I can. Loaded with all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I'll keep this or sell it. This is worth about $30, even without the CD. But man, it's good stuff in there. I don't know if this has everything he published. It could, because it's so big. Pretty thick. R. Crumb, in great shape. Han Job. Good to see you, sir. R. Crumb Handbook. Charlie says that takes the fun out of it. Which is worse, a flipper or a scalper? Let me tell you. I don't know how to answer that, because yes, I sell stuff, but that is not my primary hustle in life. My primary hustle is to find cool stuff for myself and to fund that by selling the leftovers. I do kind of, I get bugged by people who just are taking everything and selling everything without an ulterior purpose of gaining a little bit of collection for themselves. It's not pronounced Han. A Star Wars guy. That's, it's Han. But I get the joke. We're just going through stuff I picked up recently at the thrift, and I have, to finish things off, a huge purchase, the biggest purchase of the year. I probably should have teased that like Eric Mighty Q Dog did, saying I'm saving up for something and I'll let you know in a few weeks, and every week tell you it's coming. It's coming. By the way, it's not as big as purchase as that, because that was a big purchase. If you guys haven't seen that, the Mighty Q Dog YouTube channel, great couple where they're doing, they're keeping their life updated on YouTube with the In the Q Dog House videos. Comes out every Tuesday. 5-minute videos, what they're up to. Can't recommend it enough. Mighty Q Dog, look that up. So, as I said, all the sharks were there. It was tough, but they did leave me one video game for $3.99. By the way, these video games, if it was my local Value Village, would have been at least, this would have been $9.99. No problem. Sorry about that. Guitar Hero Metallica. It is complete. And if you, the Guitar Hero stuff is, talk to Josh Creep in the chat, it's desirable. And this one is not found as often. And in fact, I don't even have this in my collection. And I was a big Guitar Hero guy. So I don't know why I passed on it when it was new. But I did. And I never got it. And I've passed on it since then, but it's only gone up in price. It's not crazy, but it has gone up in price. And when I did pick it out, I'm like, I'm going to sell that. But you know what? As things that happen do happen, going in the collection. Charlie says he's happy if he sells or gives away a record that he doesn't listen to anymore, and that a person will appreciate it more than him. That totally makes sense, and I can appreciate that for sure. So that was it from Value Village. While I was waiting for my car to get maintenanceized. So in Newmarket, this is north of Toronto, they have Value Village, and then one plaza over, they have, in the same plaza Value Village, there's Salvation Army. That's where we got the record. They have a Hawk Shop. Hawk Shop is like a franchised pawn shop. It's a pawn shop, but it's a franchise. It's all across, I don't know, Ontario. What do you think? So at that Hawk Shop, I think pretty much any Hawk Shop you go into around here or in Ontario, video games are always 25% off. And so I think they marked them up by 25%. And for this one, Blu-rays were on for half price, 50% off. So as you guys who follow me are aware, I had to spend a little bit of money to fix up my home theater business system down the hallway here. Last year when my old projector died and then my sound amplifier had issues, there's a whole bunch of upgrades having to happen. Important thing is now I can view 3D movies on my home projector system now. So I'm always on the lookout for 3D Blu-rays. They were popular for a short amount of time when all the 3D movies were happening, where every movie was 3D. They were also putting them out in 3D Blu-ray. The 3D Blu-ray would often need its own disc, and you need, a display that will show 3D. Josh is busting my chops about putting money into the home theater system. Come on. So I picked up some 3D Blu-rays. I couldn't remember. Josh, who's in the chat, Creep, also picks up 3D Blu-rays for me. He often gets them for free, so that's even better. And he just showed me the list of stuff he has for me earlier this week, and I couldn't freaking remember what was on it. So it turns out I already have this coming to me, but it was half of $5. That's $2.50 for an IMAX feature, Under the Sea in 3D. So I grabbed that for $2.50. I told you they're 50% off, guys. You can't walk away from that. And this one even came with a review from Josh Creepley, who said it is excellent and bloody and gory and violent. So that's a win all around. Hate this movie. Hate it. Terrible movie. Destroyer of my childhood. Michael Bay came out with Transformers and Dark of the Moon, but it is in 3D, and maybe in 3D, okay, that was a stupid purchase, but it was $2.50. It was $2.50, and say limited edition. God, that gets me. $2.3. But you know what? Now I'm thinking I did go through the receipt afterwards because this added up quickly. So when I was waiting in the car place, I went through my receipt item by item, and these they didn't discount me. So I did pay the full $5 each for those. Hey, Bill me has to get screwed all the time. It's just a rule in my life. The rest of these did get discounted though. I already have this movie on Blu-ray, but it isn't now in 3D. And my kid was very excited when I showed her that. Guardians of the Galaxy in 3D for $5. Uh, Get your Marvel extras and unlock the digital HD movie. You know what? I'm going to give you guys this code. Hit the. I'm just that kind of guy because I appreciate the likes. We got more likes than viewers now, so that's pretty good. Can't ask for more than that. So you get the movie, you get it on 3D. Great movie, by the way. Josh says 3D version of Guardians is good. Lots of out of frame 3D. So he's talking about lots of the gags where they have something that goes, whoa, I'm gonna get you, which a lot of people get upset about. If they're reviewing a 3D movie, they're like, oh, they had so many gimmicks where stuff's coming at you. Like, yeah. Isn't that good? Isn't that fun? Isn't that the fun part? It's like going on a roller coaster and saying it was too fast. Anyways, don't get me going. I don't even remember this movie. I'm sure I've seen it. It must not be very good, but it is in 3D, and it was half of $7. It has a cool 3D cover. Jack and the Beanstalk in 3D. Isn't that neat? I tell you one thing, it didn't do very well at the box office because you don't hear very much about that. You get it's a 3-discer, so you get it on Blu-ray, you get it on the 3D one, and on DVD too. Wow, triple. And then, do you guys like free movies? Get ready, hit the subscribe. Another free movie for you. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that because I think you get a free upgrade to 4K with these codes. You're welcome. That's what I do for the viewers. Hit the subscribe. And it came in a sleeve, which if you watch the vinyl show, my buddy Curtis does not like these cardboard sleeves. I like them. What else we got? This was at Salvation Army, actually. And I did see this in the theater. This is directed by my buddy Sam Raimi of Spider-Man and Evil Dead fame. As you can see, not our language. Oh, tell me what language that is. Not my language either. So this is a bit of a gamble. It could be region locked, which means I might not be able to actually play it. But what was it? $4 at Salvation Army. And the disc is in English, right? It's backwards on my screen. I can't see what I'm... Yeah, Great and Powerful Oz. That's in English. I'm not sure if this means the region. If you guys know, let me know. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? For the kiddies, these movies are okay. I don't mind them. I know the little kid will really like it. In 3D, Steve Carell stars in Despicable Me 2. I think that was an okay movie. James says, should be a region code on the case. For Blu-ray, they are 1 to 3. Yeah, I know. I looked for that. I don't see it. It only has this ABC thing. See what I mean? I don't see it. I see ABC. It does have English, 7.1 DTS. So that's all we need on that. Despicable Me, got a nice case. What's in here? We got a triple pack again with the Blu-ray 3D. You guys like free movies? Get ready. All right, we got a guy on acid in here. Good to see you. Slow your trip down a bit so you can get this digital code. You can get Despicable Me 2 for free right there. If the code's not used up. You never know. Creep says the PS4 may play it regardless of the region. That kind of helps me. I can watch 3D movies on my PS4 through the VR headset. I don't really like doing that because it's uncomfortable to sit there kind of laying with a big old VR helmet. Brandon says he's had 17 tabs in a day. That I don't know about that. So, but that my delivery system on the projector is through an Xbox One. And I knew this would be really good. I did see this in the theater with my former significant other, and this movie made her sick. That's how good the 3D is. Gravity in 3D. You know, the George Clooney, Sandra Bullock business. Retro Pixel says he could rip it as a digital file, and then the region lock won't be an issue. I don't have a writable Blu-ray. A Blu-ray drive. I bet you Josh probably has that movie in his. I have access to Josh's secret digital server, so I bet you it's already in there. So Gravity 3D, the 3D is outstanding in this. I think the storyline is kind of annoying in this, if I recall. It's not very fun storyline, but the 3D effects are crazy. Are crazy for sure. You guys want it for free? Goddamn, I'm doing it again. Hit the subscribe. You get a free movie. Who else? What other live streams give you free movies like this? I'm probably going to regret that tomorrow, aren't I? Brandon is freaked out. Well, you found the right stream because we're pretty laid back and chill, talking about stuff I picked up at the thrift store. I haven't cleaned these though. Remind me not to touch my face. These have only been in COVID quarantine for 2 days. Anyways, I couldn't resist this. I don't know what you guys will think of me about this, but it was half price. And god damn if I just haven't fallen in love with that movie. And it's in 4K. I hate musicals. I hate musicals. I like Singing in the Rain. That's it. I hate musicals. I never wanted to watch this. It came on the movie channels one day, and I couldn't turn it off. It is so well done. It's not my style. It is not my style. The music is amazing. These two smolder on screen. Sparks. And I know the music is amazing in here. The soundtrack is really good, like the jazz stuff. And so I checked it out. It does have Dolby Atmos sound on there. 4K movie for $7. You just do it. Especially if it's to this caliber. You gonna make fun of me because I like La La Land? It won an Academy Award, didn't it? Can't be that crazy. So yeah, it's got the Dolby Atmos, got your 4K on there, and smolder. I don't like them redheads. Just saying. Okay, we're coming to the end of the pickups. Coming to the end. Geez, guys, I can't thank you enough for joining me on this live chat. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you having me here. It's been fun. We got Acid Dude. We got the Bob Heads, got the Joshes and the Jameses, the K-Dubs in the house. It's been a lot of fun. Talking about adapters. Where else are you going to get adapter talk? Tell me about it. I wish I had some... I got my vinyl cleaning oil. That might kill COVID. Hold on a sec. Yeah. That'll do it. Okay. Whoa, that is potent. Hold on. I hear something. You might be in for a special treat. guest star joining us now. The big kid makes an appearance just like that, in and out. You want to say hi to the world? No. What? Are you spying on this? 70,000 viewers. Anyways, let's get on to the big thing. She's making fun that I only have 7 viewers right now. I love my 7 viewers. The biggest thing, been saving up for this, and I've been looking at this. Thanks, Brandon, for coming in. I appreciate it. It's good seeing you. Neighbors, I'm telling you. Yeah. Neighbors want to do that to me because my new subwoofer, but that's another story. Anyways, the biggest thing, I've been looking for this item for, I've been watching it for 5 years. 5 years I've been waiting for this. You guys may know I'm a bit of a photographer. If you follow my other YouTube channel that you can find in the main page of this YouTube, in the banner or in the featured channels, in the description below, you'll see a link to my other channel. It has some photography stuff, some drone stuff while I had a drone. And yeah, for sure. Eat a peach, man. Totally. LSD guy. I can't believe it. Anyways, what the heck was I saying? Photography. Love photography. I've been shooting on Pentax for over 25 years. I love Pentax. I've been collecting lenses for them forever. Way back, the first camera I used, SLR, Pentax K1000. Every photographer should start with Pentax K1000. And you know what? Most of them have. So that's what I started with. And I moved on into the digital world from there with a Pentax. I forget what a K110 or something like that. And it was 6 megapixels. And I've been using that for 15 years, something like that. And nowadays you think 6 megapixels is a joke, but it still took quality pictures with 6 megapixels, but it's just not pulling it, not doing it anymore. You got to be, it doesn't have the shake reduction. You can't crop into your pictures very much because it's only 6 megapixels. Your phones now are 20 megapixels, something like that, right? So I've been, and I get suckered into doing family weddings quite a bit as a photographer, and so showing up with the, you need the goods. So I had a Pentax K70 on my save and compare on Amazon for quite a while. That camera's been around for about 5 years. That's as long as I've been looking for it, waiting for it to go down in price, and it has gone down in price a little bit. But I don't know what she's doing in the laundry room. It's driving me crazy. Make me lose my train of thought. What are you doing over there? Oh. Josh has a good point there. It's all about the sensor, not always about the pixel. Yes, but I do like I'm a bird photographer. Actual birds, not, calm down. So I like getting a nice close-up shot of the birds. You can only zoom in so much, right? So you want to be able to crop in a little bit and cheat your way into a closer frame. It's tricky with birds to get that close. So here she is, round 2, a special guest appearance. Hey-oh, that's her ankles. So yeah, I've been watching this. This thing started at a certain price when it's retail, and then it goes down lower and lower. And at some point, it's just going to disappear. You're not going to be able to buy it for like $100, right? They get liquidated out to somewhere, and that liquidator might knock 10% off or something. So there's a time to watch it for when it gets just to the right to the most perfectly low price, and then grab it then. And of course, there's newer Pentaxes coming out all the time. Now, newer Pentax are going to be triple the price. It's not like you're going to get the same price for better gear. All the prices keep going up and up. So I'm still keeping my eye on this 5-year-old camera. And the price did go down to a historic lowest amount. And you can check that. I don't know if you guys use the camel. Just type that in your browser, camel. And that keeps track of prices on all Amazon products. So you put in the Amazon product ID, and they will show you a graph of the historical prices of that item. They'll even tell you when it's at its lowest and when to buy. Anyways, it is at its lowest. And I happen to see that it's even lower on the, if you buy through Amazon, they have another thing that says, hey, you should check these other sellers for these prices. And Josh, and there was even a lower price from these other sellers. Now, they were selling used versions. And I certainly wouldn't trust just a used marketeer on Amazon. However, the one at the top was Amazon itself. It was Amazon Prime, an Amazon warehouse deal for this camera. So that means it was a return at some point. And a lot of times these Amazon returns are like an open box, never been used. They rifled through it and then sent it back. And the kicker was that this included the packaging. So here it is. Because it said includes packaging, I'm biting on it. So because it's another probably $100 off of the already lowest price for this one, just because it's an open box. Well, I'm going for it. And it's Amazon Prime. So if you get it and it looks like it's been used, then you can just send it back. No problem. So I did finally get it. This is not the lens that came with it. I bought just the body. Because like I said, I've been shooting Pentax for many, many years. And the greatest thing about Pentax is their lenses are interchangeable forever. Denise, thanks for staying. Really appreciate seeing you. Come by on Friday for the vinyl show. Josh says he got an Amazon return record player, said it had a scratch on it, can't find the scratch. Exactly. This said used like new. When Amazon tells you it's like new, they're standing behind it pretty tall saying it's new. Don't worry about it. So I was very happy to get it in the box. Everything's still wrapped up. The instructions were wrapped up. The charger was still, like, the charging cable still had the factory wrap on it, so that had never been used. Now, of course, because it's me and my luck, everything's not going to be perfect, right? As I'm going through it, no battery. The battery's missing. And as anyone knows who has power tools or cameras or, anything that needs a battery, the battery is very important and always expensive. So that was an issue. And as well, I looked at the instruction manual in French. No English in there. Not deal breakers yet, but I am unable to test this thing because I don't have a battery and I don't know how to work it because I can't read French. Anyways, that's not so big a deal, but I definitely need the battery. James is also saying picked up a gigabit switch for my rack. You know what he's talking about. Was open box upon arrival and inspection. No way it ever left the box prior. Exactly. And this body was still in its plastic, but the battery was missing. So that was frustrating. So I called up Amazon, said, I got your box and everything. And by the way, even has an Amazon inspected sticker on there. Great inspection, guys. I don't know what they're looking at because it was missing the battery. missing English instructions, called up Amazon. And by the way, you can get a hold of Amazon instantly on the phone now. It was crazy. You go on the thing, contact us. Do you want us to call you? Yep. Ring, ring. Hey, geez. Talk to a guy. He's like, okay, for the instruction booklet, I can give you a link to where you can read the instructions. I'm like, well, I'm a bit of a collector, so I really love the hard copy. He's like, oh, okay, I guess I can call the manufacturer. Maybe we can get the hard copy. And the battery I can send you will knock off however much this battery costs. And you can just pick up an Amazon battery. And I'm like, well, I'm a bit of a Pentax guy. I'd really appreciate the OE battery. And he's like, well, we don't sell the OE battery, but maybe we'll talk to the manufacturer and see if maybe they can do this. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So he says, your options are we wait, talk to the manufacturer, or you send the whole thing back. I'm like, let's wait. I'm patient. I got patience for days. So he says, if this happened to be like 5 o'clock at night, so he's like, they're probably closed. I'm going to call you tomorrow and we'll get on the horn with the manufacturer. Sounds good. Of course, I'm not believing that he's going to call me back. Sure enough, when he said he'd call me back, he called me back the next day, at which point he tried to get the manufacturer, Pentax, on the phone, and he couldn't raise them. No one answered, which isn't surprising because Pentax is in trouble as a company. They've been in trouble for a long time. I don't know why. Great cameras. They, like I said, everyone who learned photography learned on a K1000. They just don't have the market share that Nikon and Canon has control of. I don't know why. Pentax is great. I still stand behind it. Nonetheless, they're not so good at getting a hold of. So he couldn't get a hold of them. And he said, okay, I'll send you the link for the instruction booklet. We can fix that. And I'm like, okay, that hurts my heart, but I'll do it. Then he said, for the batteries, look at, you can get batteries for like $30 from us on Amazon. And for your trouble, I'll give you $60. So the batteries will be $30. You get another $30 for your troubles. And that, you know, it's not Pentax battery, but that'll be the deal. And I said, you know, or he said, your other option is, of course, send the whole thing back. Actually, at first he said, send the whole thing back and we'll send you a replacement. I'm like, that sounds pretty good. You know, this is an open box, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, this was Amazon warehouse. No, we can't do that. So I said, okay, you know what? Piss on it. Let's do that. The thing looks brand new. I'm going to stick with this. I'll take your batteries. And, but how about you kick it up to $80? And he's like, hold on. Let me see. You know, he's passing papers around. He goes, sure enough, I'll give you $80 rebate on your purchase price so you can buy your batteries and have a little bit extra. And that's what happened. The batteries came in a couple days ago. I got 2 batteries. I think they're higher capacity than the OE batteries even. This camera only came with 1 battery, by the way, so I'm getting 2. And I tested it out. No frames had been captured with this camera. It works perfectly. And very happy with it as far as I can tell. It's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect nowadays. It's got the, you know, this thing goes out and you can flip that and have, you know, so you can look at it that way, or you can put it back this way. It's got a live view. So you hit the live view button, you can see instantly what's coming out of the lens, pops the mirror up so it gets a straight shot through the lens for you. It'll connect to your smartphone so you can, you know, hit the shutter remotely as well as live view remotely. Shoots movies. It's got a microphone input. It's got so many options. It's not even funny. I haven't taken very many frames yet. I don't know. I'm very happy with it so far. Got cardinals like crazy in the backyard now. Oh, it's not going to show you. It's not going to show you. Okay. There's a cardinal there, and it looks amazing. All right, James, thanks for coming on by. We're shutting her down soon anyways. You're not going to miss much. You're going to miss my cardinal. Go check me out on Reddit, Bilko Prod, to see that shot. I know. I'm having a hard time keeping track of all my locations. So, yeah, that is the biggest purchase of the year so far. The old Pentax K1000. I'm very happy with this thing. I know Josh is a Sony guy now, but Sony stole all their ideas from Pentax, of course. So this is the new 300 millimeter lens I got last year after that kid allegedly broke my last one. So brand new lens, got brand new body to go with it. And, the big kid is expressed some interest to use the older camera. So she's going to get into the game. So Josh says I should take my extra Amazon money and buy that adapter. It's not happening. That isn't why we hunt, to go buy stuff like that. I know. That's been my pickups. I need like a music thing to happen when I say that. And that's been my pickups. Ding, ding, ding. Lose my voice. So, to recap, we had pickups. What's happening to STCPod? Send Joe a note. Ghost Town Living, Brent. You send him a note. Tell him to come on STCPod. I reached out to him on Instagram. You can follow him on Instagram at hold on. His name is okay. He is Brent Underwood. All one word on Instagram. That's some of his photography we were talking about right there. So he needs to come on this show because I need to have a deep conversation with that guy. As well, I forgot to tell you guys, I hope you're watching it because this doesn't happen all the time and it will be over soon, is the Volcano in Iceland. It is incredible to watch, hard to look away from, mesmerizing, especially right now because it's still nighttime. And to see a volcano going blue, blue, there's a live stream. This volcano keeps splooging all over the place. And at night, it's just spectacular. You can't take your eyes off this thing. And I told you guys about this in the premiere, the Arlo Guthrie premiere I did. I'm watching the eagles, the pair of eagles, have a egg they're incubating. There's a freaking live stream camera in an eagle's nest, 150 feet up in the air, and you can watch that stream 24 hours a day. And I have been, because I don't have a life, I guess, but this is happening. And you can look for them. They're called Big Bear Bald Eagle. Their cam. It's a boy and a girl. They got one egg left. And their fingers crossed that this egg happens because they already lost an egg. We watched it not happen on camera. It was harrowing, but let it go. We got one more egg. Come on. Get that egg going. So check them out. Big Bear Bald Eagle Cam. They're in California. That's a wild one. It's a nonprofit. It's a park. They got no ads, not monetized, which is blowing my mind because they got 7,000 viewers constantly. They could be making some real money for the park, but they're not. And it's really worth watching. Beyond that, are you guys happy? Did we do it? Did we do it? Did we finish it? Did we get to what we needed to get to? Don't forget, tune back in on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Vinyl Show. Live chat returns. We're going to have a full panel of guests again. It's going to be a zoo. It's going to be crazy, and it's very fun to check out and fun in the chat. True story. Check that out. Even if you not a big vinyl guy, it's just fun in there. The panel of knuckleheads that are in the vinyl show make it all worthwhile for sure. Although it won't be as crisp as this 1080p because we'll go through StreamYard. They dump us down to 720. What can you do? STCPod podcast. Hopefully we'll be back on this channel at some point, and look for us later in the week, maybe next week, for more live bootleg music coming out. Lots of stuff happening. Hope you guys are happy with it. Appreciate having you here. So fun. And maybe we'll do some more live streams, because what am I turning into that I'm doing live streams talking by myself into a camera? I don't know. I don't know what the world's come to. Anyways, Josh, thank you. Maybe we should do some more tennis. Me and Josh play tennis on the VR. Pretty good. Should look into that. PSVR. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the chat. I guess that'll be it. Hey, Brandon's still with us. We're ending the stream, buddy. We're ending the stream. The best advice I can give to you while on LSD is to not watch Ren and Stimpy. You will not survive that. So do not watch Ren and Stimpy. Instead, go and get Frank Zappa's 200 Motels. And that will be a ride you will remember for the rest of your life. Thanks, everyone.